Okay, we are back, and this first of probably two sets of videos is going to be on the creation of macros. The next video is going to be on how to go about using macros. I think two videos should do it, but there may possibly be a third one. So let's get started. We're here in bedroom 1 in our sample estimate, and we're going to go ahead and go into the price list, and we're going to find a few items that we use a lot. Let's go ahead and go into flooring. Okay, let's find maybe some tile flooring. Let's say that we're going to replace a tile floor. So we're going to click that, and we're going to add it to cart. And let's see, go into added costs, and we're going to have an additional cost to remove that tile floor from a concrete slab. We're going to add that to cart, and we're going to clean it, and then there's a diagonal tile installation. So let's go ahead and add that to cart. And let's go ahead and press OK, and it's going to drop those items into the estimate. And that was pretty fast, but it gets a lot faster, especially when you're using macros. So let's make sure that we have the right order, because when we save this into a macro, it's going to save the order as well. So remove and replace tile floor, additional cost to remove from tile slab. Let's go ahead and move this one up there and put clean tile floor as the last one. And so bear in mind also that when you save something into a macro, it saves the quantity. So if you, instead of F for floor, you were to have changed that to a specific square footage like 200 and saved it into a macro, when you drop the macro in, it's going to drop in 200 square feet. So it's best to use a quantifier like F for floor rather than a specific number. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and hit Control A, and we're going to highlight them all. Another way of doing it, obviously, is to highlight one, hit Shift, and highlight the last one. Then we're going to right-click, and we're going to hit Save as Macro. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and save this in the general, or default, I guess you could say, the default macro. And we're going to name it something like, oh, I don't know, tile floor. And we're going to give it a shortcut, and let's call it, let's see what's in there. We have DT, SF, WT. There's no T, so we could just say T. Press OK, and we're good. So then let's go ahead and delete these items, and let's use the F1 key, which is going to bring up our macro shortcut. And let's go ahead and click on the default macro, and let's go ahead and click on tile floor and press OK. Now that drops it in there. All right. Now let's go ahead and erase that again. Press F1, hit D, and then hit the tab key, and then hit T, and hit the enter key, and guess what? That also drops it in, because we use some keyboard shortcuts, which I'm going to show you a little bit more about that later in how to use macros. Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick taste of that. But right now this video is more along the lines of creating macros. So now we have our tile flooring macro. Let's go ahead and go into the macros section up here, and let's go to menu, and let's go to add a new macro group. Now you'll notice I don't have a macro group called tile. I have one called flooring. Okay, and I could put some stuff in that. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what I already have. Flooring. Where'd it go? I can't spell. There, flooring. So I have carpet and pad. I have one for tile, and the shortcut code is T. But let's go ahead and make another one. Let's make a new macro group, and it'll be nothing but tile flooring. We'll call it tile. In fact, let's use lowercase. I try to always use lowercase. It just reads easier on the eyes. So now that we have the tile group created, then we're going to right click on it and we're going to add a shortcut code. Now you can see over here that these are the ones that are already taken. The letter T is not, so I can go ahead and use it. Press OK. And so now we're going to press OK there, and we're going to hit Control A, highlight them all, right click, save as macro, and we're going to find our tile macro, and name of new macro, we'll call it just tile, and a T there again for shortcut code. So that makes it easy to remember. T to get into the tile macro, and then T for this macro. So press OK. And let's go ahead and hit the delete key, get rid of that. Let's go ahead and hit the F1 key, and you see right here, this is our tile macro. There's T for the shortcut. All right, and the cursor is already up here waiting for you to type in the letter T. Now you could click on it with your mouse, but it's faster to use the letter T. And since there's no other code in here that begins with T, like if this D was actually, say, TD, then it wouldn't automatically tab forward. Okay, but the fact is that there's only one T, so it's not going to sit around waiting for you to enter another character or hit the tab key. It's quick like that. I designed it specifically to be quick. I want it to immediately go over here to the macro field because it doesn't need to wait around to see if you're going to type another letter, since there's nothing else up here with a T. So anyway, now we're going to hit T again and just hit the enter key, and there's your macro. That's just how fast it is. It's extremely fast. And so, unlike a lot of other estimating programs, you can create these macro groups. Here's one for baseboard. I've got all sorts of baseboard in there. You want to add regular baseboard, oversized painted, stained, whatever. So if I wanted to click over here for oversized stained, then come over here to chair rail, hit oversized stained, come over here to crown mold, oversized stained, hit OK, and bam, it's all in there. And that's just how fast it is with iScope. But I'm going to show you even more about how to introduce that macros in the next video. So let's go ahead and keep creating some additional macros. I'm going to show you a different type of macro. It's really, the idea of a macro is to have more than one item to be dropped in when you click a group, okay? But the fact of the matter is that there's another type of macro. I consider it's more of a cheat sheet, really. So let's go ahead and press the F1 key. I'm going to show you what they look like. I called them all category, and I'm going to ship these with iScope just so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. This one here is category flooring carpet. So let's go ahead and click this plus sign. You'll see what's in there. Now, each one of these only represents one item, typically. So you can see what's in there if you click on this and you double click, it's going to pull up a dialog and it's going to show you what's inside there. But after a while of using it, you'll already know. It's just the remove and reinstall carpet is all. Okay. So this one here, I've actually put blanks in there. If you click on this right here where it just says 020, it will drop something in, but it means nothing. You see, it's just blank. And I just used it as a spacer so that you could see in the cheat sheet a little bit better. So let's go back to that category flooring. So we're going to remove carpet, replace carpet, pad, and there's remove and replace carpet itself. We can add a step charge for waterfall and R&R some carpet base cove. Press OK, and there you are. And you just need to enter in how many steps for the for the waterfall carpet step installation. And so that's kind of what the cheat sheets are about, and you can create your own. I created those to ship with iScope just to give people an idea of what's possible. Here's a bigger one here. You'll like this. Category bathroom. Okay. Now you see how I put headers. Now these are not real line items. I mean, they'll drop in okay. If you click them, they will drop into the estimate, but they don't mean anything. I've put them up there just to give you an idea of what's down here. So this is the vanity cabinet section, the upper full height countertops, and you can just scroll down and create a whole bathroom real quickly. So here's lower vanity cabinets paint grade. Okay. Here's, where is it? Paint vanity cabinets, lower. Okay. Here's some upper paint, full height. Here's some countertops. Let's reset those countertops. Here's tile if you want them. Let's reset a bathroom sink and a faucet. And let's go ahead and replace the P-trap. We've got some wall tile in there and some bullnose. Here's a cultured marble bath surround. Shower head reset. Shower door reset. Let's go ahead and reset some lights. Reset a mirror per square foot. Reset a bathroom fan. And reset a toilet. And maybe some bath accessories too. Press OK, and there you are. That's it. There's your bathroom. Saves you a lot of time in having to go all over the place, because you know, to find all those line items in this price list is going to take a while. I mean, you know this if you've been using estimating programs for any length of time. And so that's the power of macros and cheat sheets. Now, macros, like I said, are really a true macro is going to have many line items in it. You know, you're going to be able to come over here and see 4 or 5 line items under one. That's a true macro. These right here that begin with the word category, you know, they're more or less for kind of a cheat sheet, really, because there's really only one line item in here. This is the one for roofing. You'll probably like it a lot. It'll save you quite a bit of time. And so you can create those. Those are quite a bit of work to create as far as the ones that say category in front of them, because you got to add spaces and whatnot. And so it is a lot of work for sure. But like I said, creating standard macros as fast as you can highlight them, right-click, hit Save as Macro, type in the name of the macro, a shortcut code. Well, you can create them as fast as you can do that. And in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about using macros. So stay tuned for that.